Before starting, I just have to be clear with something. If you haven't seen Fight Club, stop what you're doing right now at this moment and go check it out right now. Fight Club first started as an awesome book, a novel by Chuck Palahniuk, which came out in 1996. However, this book is so good that it caught David Fincher's eyes, who adapted it into a movie by the same name, Fight Club, and came out in 1999. Now, the movie stars Edward Norton, who, believe it or not, throughout the whole movie remains an unnamed character. However, he is the narrator to the whole story, and he's pretty much an average person. He doesn't appear to have any close relatives or friends, and he's basically just trapped in the endless routine of life. He works at one of the major car companies in the world from 9 to 5, doing the same thing over and over and over, but hey, he gets paid. And what does he do with his money? Well, he lives all by himself in an apartment, and he spends most of his money, buying collectible items that in essence he doesn't need, but he just wants to get them from each catalog in order to be like complete. Unfortunately, this routine life that he has been living for who knows how long leads him to suffer from insomnia. So he goes to his doctor and he says, "Dude, just please give me some drug that will make me sleep, man. I'm in pain here." To which the doctor responds, "You want to see pain? Go to the testicular cancer meetings and then you will know what pain is." So he decides to go to this meeting where men share their experiences after their testicles have been removed due to cancer, and at some point they get in pairs and hug each other, and then they cry. And for some reason Edward Norton starts crying, and from that moment on he sleeps like a baby. So after figuring out a way of how to sleep well at night, he starts going to other meetings, people with tuberculosis, people with parasites, basically any type of depressed group of people who may be about to die. And each time he hugs his partner, he cries and he sleeps well at night. After doing this for over a year, he suddenly encounters Marla Singer, who's played by Helen Bonham Carter, and she basically is doing the same thing he is doing, attending to these meetings even though she's not dying, and he suddenly cannot cry because she being there reflects his life, so he's not able to cry anymore when he hugs his partner, and insomnia strikes again. Anyway, during one of his business trips, Edward Norton, the narrator, meets Tyler Durden, and Tyler is played by Brad Pitt. He is smart, he's sarcastic, he's overall a really cool dude, and he makes soap for a living. And they like each other, they both get along really well with each other, they even end up living together, and then later they create Fight Club, a place where men can fight anyone in equal grounds regardless of social status. Now, I cannot keep talking about the plot, or otherwise I will spoil things for people who haven't seen the movie, but I can tell you that it starts as a fight club and then it transforms into something else, and then that transforms into another thing, and I can tell you it keeps you interested all the way through. It's the second time I say this, go see it if you haven't right now. Well, moving forward, I can tell you that the acting is done with excellent quality. The three main characters are portrayed perfectly. They are believable, all three of them. And the camera angles used in this film, along with the soundtrack, which is a bunch of electronic samples done by the Dust Brothers, is really phenomenal. It works really well in creating an atmosphere to each scene. And finally, the thing I love the most about this movie are its quotes. The movie is quotable all the way through. It has smart pieces of dialogue which are funny, sarcastic. It's just that amazing. You can quote this movie from every part and you will be hearing those quotes for years to come. It's incredible. Now, the only problem I have with this movie is that, well, First, there are some stuff that happen in this movie that cannot happen in real life. It's impossible by any means. It cannot be done. And that distracted me from watching the movie because I was thinking, well, that can't be real. It's impossible that something like that takes place. I just had to mention that because it distracted me. However, it's a minor issue. Overall, I can say without a doubt that this is by far the best movie from David Fincher. It's absolutely entertaining all the way through. This movie is an outstanding ace. This movie does a really perfect job of transmitting a message to society and people who are stranded in their daily routines. People, there's a whole world to explore. Now, I'm not saying go out there and create a fight club, but dude, meet new people, make new friends, try new food, travel, just rip your roots out of your feet and move. I hope you enjoyed. Go watch the movie if you haven't. For the third time, I'm telling you, there's a link below for the trailer. And tell me, have you ever felt like you're in an endless routine in your life? And remember, kids, the things you own end up owning you. But do what you like, man.